Today we are talking about an 83-year-old senior who was widowed and had trouble finding appropriate accommodation. Her husband died a couple of years ago, and she's been having trouble staying in her own house and trying to find out what is best for her.
I was free again, but back home, I still had the same problems. I still couldn't manage everything alone, still got tired, still dropped things, still felt scared sometimes. I'd tried everything, family, caregivers, a facility. None of it worked. For a few days I just sat, watched the neighborhood from my window, tried to figure out what to do next. Then one afternoon I was walking to the small grocery store on the corner. Not the big one, that's too far now, just the little place 3 blocks away. I passed my neighbor Sarah. She lives 2 doors down. Young woman, maybe 40, always looks stressed. She was on her phone, pacing. "I can't leave work early again, Tom. My boss already said something last week." She hung up, looked like she might cry. I knew her situation. Single mother, works full time. Her daughters maybe 7 or 8. Without thinking much about it, I walked over. "Excuse me, Sarah, right. If you ever need someone to pick up your daughter from school, I walk past there every day anyway." She looked surprised. "Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that." "You're not asking. I'm offering." She hesitated. Then, "Are you sure?" "I'm sure. What's her name?" "Emma, 2nd grade. I'll be there at 3 tomorrow." That's how it started. The next day I picked up Emma, walked her home. She chattered the whole way about her teacher, her friends, a project she was working on. When Sarah got home at 5, she knocked on my door with a plate of food. "I made extra, please take this." I tried to refuse. "You don't need to do that. You're helping me. Let me help you." That became our routine. I picked up Emma every day. Sarah left food for me a few times a week, but it became more than that. Sarah's husband, when he was home between work trips, fixed my leaky faucet, helped me change that light bulb I couldn't manage. Sarah helped me figure out how to pay bills online, set up grocery delivery for the heavy things I couldn't carry anymore. Emma drew pictures for me, taped them to my refrigerator, started calling me Miss Margaret. One evening, Sarah said, "You know, you've really changed our lives. I was drowning before." I smiled. "You've changed mine, too. I'd forgotten what it felt like to be useful." And that was it. That was the thing I'd been missing. I didn't need someone to take care of me. I needed to still matter, to still have something to give. Now, I'm not saying this is the solution for everyone. Your situation might be different. Maybe you're sicker than I am. Maybe living with family actually works for you. But here's what I learned. You don't have to choose between total independence and total dependence. There's space in between. You can accept help without giving up control. You can contribute without exhausting yourself. Community matters more than money. I spent thousands on caregivers and still felt alone. Now I spend almost nothing and feel more connected than I have in years. Because money buys services, but it doesn't buy relationships. Sarah doesn't help me because I'm paying her. She helps because I help her. That's different. I still have something valuable to offer. I have time. I have experience. I can walk a child home from school. I can listen when someone needs to talk. Age doesn't make you worthless. It just changes what you have to offer. I'm 83. I live alone, but I'm not lonely. And I'm not waiting for the day I can't manage. I'm living now, today, on my terms. Maybe one day I'll need more help. Maybe I'll end up in a facility after all. But for now, I'm here, still useful, still connected, still myself. I'm grateful for this arrangement, for Sarah and Emma, for neighbors who check in, for still having something to give. I'm grateful I didn't give up after trying the traditional options, that I kept looking for something that actually fit my life. Thank you for sitting with me, for listening to an old woman figure out how to age without disappearing.
Thank you very much for your story. It has inspired me to implement what you've told us into our program of building affordable housing in the terms of backyard accessory residential units. So let's look at how that can be done. The Affordable Housing Club was established so that people needing housing could find it and be helped along the way. The first option discussed is building an additional residential unit. Most solutions require a residence to be built that is affordable for both the owner and the tenant. We also discuss a rent with option to buy program. This approach involves strangers at the start, but over time they become neighbors. As well as our landlord-tenant relationship, a friendship can develop. This now sets the stage for our 83-year-old senior story. An elderly person who now needs help but doesn't want to live with relatives or in a home can partner with the tenant neighbor, especially if there is a rent-to-buy agreement. Initially, the senior may be able to manage the main house with some assistance with healthcare, food, cleaning, and maintenance, but in time they may find it too burdensome and prefer a smaller space. This could be the time to swap houses. The tenant buyer and landlord could exchange houses legally for an appropriate compensation. One way to make this work is to have part of the main house rented to a third party to help with the finances. Thank you for watching this video.